Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to ATR's War, Bedlam Media's premier wrestling podcast covering AEW to WWE. I'm your host, Sam the SLB, fearless leader of Bedlam Media and co-host of ATR is War, ATR Rising Sun, as well as the host of Uncle Sam's Static Kaleidoscope. And alongside me today is the man in black himself from Parts Unknown, which is probably his basement, my co-host from ATR Rising Sun, Ethan.
Yes, it's me, Ethan. I'm right for a lot of stuff you can catch me on pwmedia.com, bodyslam.net, and pwpunders.com. Also do a podcast with, like Sam said, with him and Scott on ATR's War and Rising Sun. I love wrestling, so I love talking about it too.
I do love wrestling. Guys, before we get in, please make sure you like, share, subscribe on YouTube and all of our other channels for other wrestling content because we get a lot of wrestling to talk about. There's a lot of wrestling going on. Guys, it's been months. We are back. I sat down one day and I was like, you know what has been bringing me down? My lack of sunglasses in this show. That's what was going on. So here I am, blocking you guys from the protective rays of these eyes with these glasses, which means ATR is War is back. We're going to be coming back weekly. Can't promise everything else will be back weekly, but at least the main show, we plan to be back weekly. I'm excited. I know Ethan is excited. That's the excitement I want to see. And Scott is excited. Hey guys, I'm excited. That's not his voice, but I needed to give him some recognition there. Before we get, I'm going to go through a quick calendar. We are in October. There's a lot going on. I got a particular piece I do want to talk about. Ethan and I didn't even bring it up in the pre-show, behind the scenes. So by the time this has dropped, I don't even know if I can talk about this, but I'm going to bring it up anyways. By the time this is dropped, obviously Royal Quest will have happened. Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling will have had its first show, Forge in Excellence. It's come and gone. We'll probably talk about that in the show after this. I'm really curious, really invested in see what Canada does up there. Canada needs its own brand, like a big brand, like a big brand.
There's some bangers on that show. Takesha and Alexander on night 2. That's on Sunday.
Which has happened already. So
what just happened? Yes.
By the time you watch this, it has happened. We're in the past. Ooh, the past. So if I'm thinking about this, we are looking at the 21st. The 24th, over in Tokyo, Japan, we have Marigold's Fantastic Adventure Night 2. The 26th, we have NWA Samhain? I totally met.
Yeah, something like that. I'm not 100% sure either. It's Mayan, I think.
Tampa, Florida. Oh, my parents went down. Damn it. TNA's Bound for Glory. Guys, we will be having that show coming up this week. Don't forget to listen. We got a pre-show. Also, NXT Halloween Havoc out of Hershey, Pennsylvania. Why am I reading the locations? I don't know. Let it happen. November, Crown Jewel, Raw and SmackDown is happening on the 2nd. We talked about New Japan already, but guys, Power Struggle happens on the 4th, as well as Fighting Spirit Unleashed in Lowell, Mass. I wish I was up in Mass still. All right, and then we pretty much have a bunch of other stuff going on, and then Full Gear on the 23rd of the month.
And Survivor Series on the 30th.
Yeah. That, guys. A lot of wrestling to talk about, a lot going on. The world of wrestling is changing as we know it, as it has since Bedlam has been in existence. We got the TV deal we need to talk about. I know, it's been a couple of weeks. We haven't talked about it. Our takes aren't here. Scott, I wish you were here. You'd want to hear this as well. We're going to talk about the Crown Jewel title, which we might start off with. And then, let's get right into it. Let's talk Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling. By the time the show has dropped, and I wasn't going to talk about this, but this is a big deal. And I've done some digging on Maple Leaf. And apologies, everyone. I am not Canadian, so I'm not familiar with the brand. But I didn't realize this is a brand being revived that went back to 1930.
Yep.
Almost 100 years.
Yep.
So I'm always interested when a new promotion comes out or old promotion comes back. Ethan, as our resident Canadian.
Yes.
How are you in the up in Canada? Like, what is the vibe on this returning?
Oh, it's great. Well, they haven't had a show since the 80s.
Mhm.
So it's been years. So, but it's really good though. We got C4 Wrestling.
Yep.
We got Smash Wrestling.
Mhm.
Underrated promotions, by the way. Local ones around here, but like big ones, like big indie ones in Canada, like Maple Leaf Pro. It's really exciting. I mean, Scott D'Amore. I mean, great mind for the business. I mean, Mauro Renado's come back as commentator with Don Callis. That actually could be an underrated commentary team. And you can watch it on Thrill TV, by the way. That's how you can watch it.
I did see that. Is their goal here to kind of not just be another indie promotion?
Yeah. So Scott said he wanted to because he was on Talks Jericho there a couple weeks ago now, and he said like Jericho said like, are you trying to do more shows? He said he wants to do these two first to see how it goes and stuff before he runs more in the future kind of thing. So basically, this is a test to see like how the crowd's gonna. I mean, they're in Windsor, so I mean Ontario, one of the wrestling capitals in Canada. So, but I'm pretty excited. I mean, Scott D'Amore. I'm gonna be honest, TNA letting him go was so dumb.
Mm-hmm.
That was so dumb. Anyway, that's in the past. But I'm pretty excited for these shows. I mean, the talent he's got on that Mike Bailey, El Phantasmo, Alexander, Takeshita, Mario Yamashita, Giselle Shaw, Athena. I mean, I could just bully Ray. Rosh Desi, Stu Grayson, Trevor Lee, Alexander. I could go on and on and on. But it's so magical. Josh Alexander, a lot of them are wrestling twice. I mean, Alexander and Takeshita, like I said, once this drops after it being already done. It's for the international title, so wait and see. But I mean, I'm pretty excited for it. I'm really excited to watch it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think this is something I'm going to want to keep an eye on. I'm going to try to get my hands on it. I'm going to try to, I don't know, I'm readjusting right now. I really am curious. St. Clair College, how big is this venue that they're going to?
Let me double check that.
Because, again, this is kind of like the thing with new promotions are cool, but when you have another promotion that, oh, we're just going to be in a bingo hall again. Nothing wrong with bingo halls. Nothing wrong with being in gymnasiums. But I definitely want to see Canada. Mexico has them. The States has two at this point. I'd love to see Canada have a big brand as well.
So they could get about so technically they're at the Chrysler Theater, and you can get up to 1,200 people.
All right, so he's going to go that route. He's going to start there.
But I mean, if you take away the staging stuff, you might lose some seats, but still.
All right. Okay, so I'm going to be watching. I'm going to find it. In between all the other stuff I'm watching, when I say other stuff, it's really the election. But I'll make sure I watch this, Ethan, this and Royal Quest, and we can have some real good conversations with this one. And I don't know, Ethan, maybe we'll see if we find somebody who wants to kind of cover this as well. Feel like we could use a fourth man some days. You know how that goes.
Who's the fourth man?
Who's the fourth man?
But I mean,
all right.
With the New Japan stuff real quick, like they have a lot of New Japan talent on there. So I mean, I mean, ta-da.
All right. So Ethan brought this up. Obviously, Crown Jewel is coming up again. Everyone's favorite overseas pay-per-view event.
Depends who you ask.
So I was informed, and I have not seen it yet. And the rest of the world here is looking at me, Sam, do you live under a rock? No, I don't. It feels like it some days, but I don't. There's a Crown Jewel title.
Yes.
And Ethan told me to look at it, and I told him I would not look at it until I was on the show. Because I wanted to give you guys my raw reaction. And here we go. That can't be it. There's no way that's it.
Did you find it?
This can't be it. Hold on. We're going to get interactive here, guys. Interactive? What do you mean interactive? Well, I'm going to show you.
He's going to share screen.
I'm going to share my screen, guys. Guys, you want to see my screen?
Insert that SpongeBob meme when he's going like this.
I do this for a living, guys. I fight with people to show me their screens. All right. So, if this works as I intend it to, if you're watching the show, maybe we should start doing this from now on. Where'd it go? Crown title. No, crown jewel title. Can you spell? Not today, folks. Not today. This is why we don't edit anything. Where are you?
Slide
Where
down.
are you? You know,
I'm so sorry.
All right, I'm going to. That's not it. I had it on my computer, and now I can't seem to find it. Oh, wait a minute. Here we go. Hold on.
All right, you show that title, and I'll show you the House of Glory crown jewel title, and you tell me which title looks better.
All right.
Once you find it.
We're going to go down here.
See?
Is that it?
Yes.
Why? Like, okay, first of all, it's not a bad title. It actually looks like a Mardi Gras title, honestly.
50 carat diamonds. His words.
So, and remind us, myself and the audience, the stipulation with this belt.
So, Triple H said that once a year at Crown Jewel. Remember the whole brand versus brand bullshit in Survivor Series?
Mm-hmm.
So it's that. So basically, you're going to take the 2 world champions from each brand. So Cody and Nia on SmackDown go against Gunther and Liv on Raw. Yes, Raw. I had to think about that for a second. But there mean 2 singles matches, and the winners will be the 2024 men's and women's Crown Jewel champions. They defend them. Basically, it's once a year, like that weird green title they did 2018. Yeah, a pointless title. Yeah.
Yeah, so if this was a title that, okay, if this was going to be like the new Intercontinental title, or this was going to be I don't know, this is a nice title for that, but this is too nice of a title to be you won this from wrestling at Crown Jewel. And again, I wouldn't be surprised if this was all, and we keep saying it, but Saudi blood money. Like, we want our own title. Cool.
All right, hold on. I'm going to show you the House of Glory Crown Jewel title. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to find a better picture.
All right. I think you can share.
I should be able to. Give me 1 second. I got to find it. It's going to show me. We're going to go to our rival source, Wikipedia. Oh my god. Let me click on this title. It's not letting me. Alright, hold on. Share. I literally had a picture. Where did it go? Half of it showed me the WWE Crown Jewel. I don't need that. Oh, crap. Alright, you know what? I'm going to... Here. 1 sec. Let me share my screen.
I'll put it here because it's going to drop in a minute and show.
There we go. Okay, let me know if you can see my screen. Ignore Leo Rush. This is like the best way I can show this. So that's the Crown Jewel title and House of Glory. They're a local promotion in New York. Just take the white strap. And so it's a black strap, but Leo Rush, they had it white. So that's the Crown Jewel title and House of Glory.
I slightly like the WWE one better, slightly, but it becomes diminished because it's you win it for wrestling one match in Saudi Arabia.
Yep. So basically, like the WWE's version, it's basically just like with the Owen Hart title.
Mm-hmm. That I don't like. I mean, I like the cup, and yeah, you get a trophy, your name ends on it. That's fine. But yeah, that's my overall thoughts on that. But I figured that would be an interesting one. You guys can see my face and go, what the hell are they doing? Last but not least, well, I don't want to say last but not least because it's a lot. Guys, we have our deal. We have our deal. AEW finally signed a deal with Warner Brothers Discovery. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, you can correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's a 3-year deal with the option of adding another year or two onto it with $185 million a year. Rampage and Battle of the Belts is not included on it.
Good.
Dynamite and Collision will remain on TBS and TNT. The back catalog, as well as these shows, will also stream on Max. The pay-per-views will come later on in the year due to Max not having pay-per-view capabilities yet at a discounted price. And then because they kind of opened up to discussing things with other folks, there's a show rumored to be called AEW Shockwave and then up on Fox with SmackDown moving. We're not even talking about the WWE, with Netflix and, all of that.
So, Shockwave, do you think that's replacing Rampage?
50-50. I do and I don't.
He can't do 4 shows. Come on.
Well, rumor has... Okay. Replace one of them. I'm cool with that. In regards to, hey, have 3 shows, not 4 shows. Perfect. Do not replace Rampage and make it what Rampage is now. Because I'll tell you right now, guys, Dynamite has its ups and downs. I know the product's been all over the place. I couldn't tell you when the last time I watched an episode of Rampage.
I watch every fucking week.
That's why you're our third man, Ethan. I want them to bring Rampage back to what it was. You got an hour of wrestling. When it started, you got like 2 or 3 matches.
Now it's 4 to 5 now.
Yeah, and the 2 to 3, you still got the entrances. It was and I think we had this conversation, especially with SmackDown going to 3 hours when it goes to USA.
Oh, God.
And then Raw's going back to 3 when it's on Netflix. And NXT's 2 at the moment. Watch them go to 3 when they're on CW.
So NXT's, right quick, so NXT stayed in 2 hours. Remember, so before when they were in US, they were allowed to have an overrun?
Yeah.
They can't no more with CW.
I knew that, yeah.
Because I guess there's I think the news is on 11 o'clock your time.
Yeah.
10 o'clock your time, sorry. 11 o'clock my time.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of stations doing 11 o'clock that have news.
Fox.
But yeah, I want you to go back. If I think about the early days where we had, and we were talking about NWA Power the other day. I remember when Power came on and it was an hour.
YouTube.
On YouTube. That hour, and you can buy the first season on DVD. I want to, because that first season was fire. It was just enough wrestling that made you go, man, I want more. And then you get so excited the following week, you'd watch more. AEW was like that with Dynamite. Dynamite was fun. You got 2 hours. Man, there's so much talent, so much going on. I want more. And then you got Rampage. And for a bit, Rampage had that little bit of momentum. It was just enough.
They wanted more.
You'd want more. But then they started, before Collision came out, they started jamming Rampage. And then he bought Ring of Honor. Ring of Honor, he jammed Ring of Honor. So I would hope they put a lot of thought into Shockwave.
I hope so. Oh, speaking of Ring of Honor, let me ask you, the last time you went to an AEW event, did you watch any Ring of Honor? Did they tape any Ring of Honor matches?
I think so.
I had a friend he went to, and he's like, I had to leave because I love wrestling, but it's because sometimes they'll record some matches before Dynamite and after, and during Collision and stuff. I like when they did it at one building, like Universal Studios, and then they did it at that esports stadium.
Mm-hmm.
I think Tony Khan with Ring of Honor needs to do that. not before Dynamite, because like you're gonna burn your fans out. Let's be honest, and you got to tape Rampage after.
He owns Daly's place.
There, right there.
And you can make Daly's place, you could do it. You could adjust Daly's place to be look just big enough. NWA is a good example. So they're recording a lot of their TV right now in Tampa, and the TV studio they got has 150 people.
Ta-da.
Now it's NWA. I know, they don't really have a follow. Whatever.
They're on Twitter now, by the way, for the next 5 weeks.
I did see that. That's what they need to be doing. They need to be like, okay, Ring of Honor, keep Ring of Honor the way it was. If Ring of Honor was actually growing, had it grown into AEW size instead of AEW existing, sure, but keep Ring of Honor how it was. Don't try to bring it just all over the place. Again, Ring of Honor was an hour long every week, pre-taped. Always fun to watch Ring of Honor. So yeah, sorry, we're on Shockwave alone. I hope Shockwave replaces it, but not replaces like the way the content's created.
Well, Swerve pretty much flat out said that they were going to Fox anyway. In that interview before he came back, he's like, "Yeah, they're going to Fox." It's like, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not fully faulting Swerve, but TK already told him to say that. But I mean, I like Swerve, but it's just like everybody's like, so it is confirmed.
Yeah. Super excited. Looking forward to the deal. It'll be nice to get at least in the States, because Canada, what changes up there? Nothing really.
Maybe the currency for pricing.
Yeah, I mean,
well, because we could get Max too. Well, see, up here we have Crave too. Oh no, wait, we still get okay. Disregard that, but it's Crave. We have Crave up here too. It's like a streaming under.
Yeah. I was just kind of wondering where you guys. Where do you get pay-per-views now? I totally. Is it Triller?
Triller, YouTube,
Fight.
Yeah, well, Triller is Fight, formerly known as Fight.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, duh.
So actually, I'm glad you brought that up for a second. So, if you go to Max, it's a discount price, but Thriller TV, sorry, they're doing now lately where you could get a package of the pay-per-views. Like, I think you can get 3 in a row, and you pay pricing for it.
That's not bad.
And also, you could get it on pay-per-view. And it was on Bleacher Report, but we know what happened with Bleacher Report. Oh, yeah, I meant to ask you, did you ever get that email from Bleacher Report about they're not doing AEW pay-per-views anymore?
Yes.
Okay. I meant to ask you that a couple weeks ago, and I totally forgot.
I did, and now you're bringing it up. I was supposed to do something where I confirm it so I could keep my past purchases, and I don't think I did that.
Uh-oh.
I'm just going to do it right here. Let's see if this email exists still. And everyone's going to be like, oh, it's already gone. No.
I'm kind of glad that they got, because, like, I think you're the only one I knew, Sam, not War of I think that Nick barely had any issues with Bleacher Report.
The only time I would every so often when I would try to get on the pay-per-view at first.
I remember one of the podcasts I was doing, Solo Monster, like, he went on and ran on his show about, I think he missed, like, almost the first half. I think it was, like, Revolution or something. Remember that whole issue? I know you didn't have much issues with that one, but a lot of people I talked to had multiple issues with it. So the brother's like, all right, emergency, you can buy here.
Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah, I almost never had an issue with it.
I did once, and I was like, no, not again. Then I'm like, okay, I'll try one more time because I got a free code. Guess we're like, here, we'll just give you a free code.
10-7.
I still had issues on it. I was like, screw this.
I have previously purchased one event. Just one, guys.
You only bought one?
I have like at least 10. So do I have to create a Triller TV account? Is that what it is?
What's that, sorry?
Do I have to create a Triller? I'm doing this right now. I sound like an old guy. So let me see. Do I got to create Triller TV account. We'll talk about this off the air.
We'll talk about that. Yeah, but we'll talk about that. But you basically now you can buy it on YouTube TV, Thriller TV, 3 years later, and there's a website called payperview.com. I only know because Evil Uno and I Rose like do a contest on it. Like if you win codes and stuff, and also your cable provider, if whoever still has cable now. Me. And now you can save money now with Max discount. I don't know what the price is, but
that's what I'm going to be curious about. I want to know how discounted it is. I'm going to assume. I'm making assumptions. What was I going to say?
I don't know. Did you blank?
Yeah, I kind of blanked. I'm literally doing the Triller thing while we talk. That's why I was just like, I totally forgot. Yeah, continue. Yeah, no, I'm gonna assume like 15%. You know, I wouldn't be surprised they knock it down 10.
Like you probably like the like tax or whatever. Oh no, wait, there's no tax on those. Is there? I don't know.
You haven't purchased any pay-per-views yet. Art guy from Bleacher Report. What do you mean? I just transferred everything. Oh, you're a sack of crap. Anywho, yeah, so I'd be curious as to when they start streaming, because they said later on in the year they don't have pay-per-view capabilities yet. I wonder how long until we get them streaming Dynamite on there. I know they said they were going to slowly put their back catalog on Max, which is nice. I hope that'll include Ring of Honor at some point.
They need well, I know they have it on Honor Club, and I know people who got it, but they're like, it's not really worth it for what? Because if you want, basically like TK said, if you pretty much have to watch the pay-per-view live, like the Ring of Honor stuff, and if you don't watch it live, you gotta wait 3 months before it goes on Honor Club.
All right. Interesting.
Which I get why, but at the same time, I'm like, no, I'll just go find a free stream.
Yeah. It's I'm curious. I'm looking forward to it. It's nice having that option. It's kind of like with Raw going on to Netflix. That's something that I'm still comprehending, because Raw's been on TV since 1993. And we're moving it to Netflix.
Yeah, I remember the rumor of it. I'm like, I'll believe when I see it. And they're like, oh yeah, we're going to. I'm like, wow. I thought, I should be honest, I thought SmackDown will get the move to Netflix. I mean, I get why Raw is, but it's like because they're a little less than Raw. Like 6 years apart or something.
Yeah. Also, I think cynical me. First of all, I think they want Raw to have a little, bump up the rating a little bit. Plus, it almost matches. I mean, SmackDown's blue, Netflix is red, Raw is red. The marketing almost sells itself at that point.
NXT is black and silver.
Yeah. And then the pay-per-views. The pay-per-views are still on Peacock for now.
Yeah, I think I saw that. I gotta look up the channel. I think it's just Raw right now, and I think everything else is staying under. I gotta relook it. I can't remember what they said for Canada now. I know Raw's going to Netflix, but I don't know if like pay-per-views are going. I think they are. I'll look that up later.
All right. Well, I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be a lot of wrestling. We're gonna try to do some things where beginning of the year we'll be able to interact, maybe do some streams with you guys. Yeah, a lot going on. No, is there anything else we haven't touched on, Ethan? It's been a while. Yeah, we're just back.
It's back in back. Oh yeah, so I'm gonna bring this up real quick. So, did you see that whole Dave Meltzer Rock thing?
Not really. No.
So, I hear Siggy's name. Siggy's in trouble. Anyway, so Meltzer was reporting. So The Rock came back at Bad Blood. I don't know if you've seen that, Sam, or not. Bad Blood. Did you watch it?
No, that's another one I gotta finish.
Oh, okay. So, well, sorry, spoiler. So anyway, so in the main event, it was Roman Cody against Jacob Fatu and Sikoa. Roman Cody won. kind of figured. So Jimmy came back in the match, and then I was like, oh, okay. Oh, I'm glad Jimmy's back, but it's like, did you put this in the main event? Hot take, the Hell in a Cell match should have been the main event. I'll die on that hill. That was a banger match, by the way. Ethan Peck on that one. So basically, and then all three in the ring, and then The Rock comes and he goes on stage and he does the three and he does the throat cut. So basically on the cliffhanger, and then they basically didn't bring it up anymore. So basically, Meltzer was saying that The Rock's not going to be at WrestleMania 41. And Meltzer, lately, you could take basically, you know, if it's bullshit or true. All respect to Meltzer. I know he's been doing this for like 40 plus years. So a fan on Rock's Instagram was like, are the reports true? Like, are you not going to be able? And Rock basically, in the nicest way, like, no, that's bullshit. Like, don't believe that report kind of thing. So, yeah. So, The Rock, you might see The Rock at Mania. To be determined.
Yeah, interesting. And it's in Vegas. It's funny. I told Scott after we said, oh, we spent a lot on the 40. We're not going to Vegas. I'm like, yeah, we should have the money and go back to Vegas for that.
It's late. It's pretty late this next year for Mania. It's on Easter. No, it's not on Easter. Is it on Easter?
Let's see.
It's April 19th and 20th. I forget what Easter is.
Wait a minute. That might be Easter.
Yeah, I think it is. It's also on 420 Day. So any weed smokers.
Oh, wow. Okay. Easter's early this year. Easter is March 31st.
Oh, it is? Huh.
Wait a minute. Hold on. 2024. Never mind. I'm looking at the wrong date.
You need 2025.
WrestleMania is on Easter this year.
So if anybody wants an Easter gift, there you go.
Has Easter ever been held on Easter? Has WrestleMania ever been held on Easter?
No. And they're doing it late this year because I guess people were complaining about the cold. Well, you were there, so you could testify to that.
Yeah, but like, hold on. Philadelphia was cold. We were in the nosebleeds. I got sick. You can go back to the WrestleMania 40 recap and just see me like drizzling snot out of my face. You solved the problem of it being cold by going to Vegas. You didn't need to solve the cold problem by going to Vegas and then going to April in Vegas.
There you go. Las Vegas, baby. We might get Stone Cold on that show.
Yeah, it's gonna be the first one since WrestleMania 9 too. That's been in Vegas.
I think for Stone Cold, I'm like, dude, he was there a couple of years ago. But then you said WrestleMania 9, I was like, okay. At the old Caesar's Palace. I mean, that WrestleMania, honestly, personally, I love the two nights.
I do. I like how it's broken up. I like how you're like, hey, you're going to have a couple hours here, a couple hours there. It's not super long. Again, this is somebody who's been to 2 Manias. I've been to 33, which I think we've discussed is arguably one of the longest, if not the longest, single-day Mania.
Oh, my God. I remember it was over... Wasn't it like 1 a.m. your time?
It was like late. It was obnoxious. I don't think 34 even went that late. I think 33 was the longest.
Well, yeah, because like I remember here, like, because I'm for people don't know, basically I'm an hour ahead of Sam and Scott, and yeah, I remember it was like 2 a.m. I was like, I gotta go to bed soon. But because if you had the 2 hour pre-show and then like the 6 hour, like 6 to 8 hour Mania. I had a friend of mine, he went there, he was over my house for Rumble, like this past Rumble. And he's like, yeah, it was like past midnight before I got out of there. I'm like, that's insane. But thank God they did 2 nights. Because I don't think I could go back to 1 night anymore. Let's be honest. Speaking of 2 nights, SummerSlam's going 2 nights next year.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just be honest, the Rumble's probably going to go 2 nights. Money in the Bank's going to go 2 nights.
Is the Rumble scheduled already?
Yes, for February 1st, the first time in February. So basically, after Sunday's main event in December, that's it till February. Oh.
I'm literally tweeting this.
We're getting a live tweet from Sam.
Yeah, you're getting live tweets from me. We're changing this up, guys. We're gonna have we're gonna make the show really interactive. The Easter piece has really got me fascinated. Wow, good thing it's a holiday weekend, Ethan. We'll be able to spend time recording. I guess I'm not going home that early in the spring.
Happy Easter, everybody.
Yeah, so I went to obviously 33, and then I went to 40. 40 was interesting because it was like we were out, I think, before 11 each night.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah. Royal Rumble, if they don't do it this year, if it's already scheduled, I'm expecting the following year you could see
2026. Yeah, I think they go to. Let's be honest. They're probably going to make Rumble 2 nights. They're probably going to make Money in the Bank 2 nights. They're probably going to make. I would say Survivor Series, but I can't see Survivor Series being 2 nights. Well, it sounds like they're going to MetLife Stadium in New Jersey for that, which is awesome.
They need to hold one. I just had it in my head. They should hold a SummerSlam up in Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Really get the stadiums that aren't utilized due to like WrestleMania and the Royal Rumble that you can't utilize in the winter. Utilize them for the summer.
Gillette Stadium. Yeah, that'd be a cool one.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, plus it's not winter time, so you're not risking having your fans half to death. Frozen half to death.
I think it'd be also cool, and I thought about this at one point, is because that's where the Patriots are, and one of the theme songs they used to have when it was Tom Brady still with the Patriots, for those about to rock was like their pregame song.
Oh yeah, it was too.
Like they would do like their the promo videos, they would do that, and then they come out to Crazy Train, obviously, but Gillette would be fun. The stadium up in Denver, Mile High. Is it Mile High?
Yeah.
The Bills Stadium, stuff like that. I'm glad we're going to stadiums, but a lot going on, guys. A lot of wrestling. We haven't even talked about TNA. TNA, we got Bound for Glory, like I said. Palm 5.
Motor Machine Guns coming, baby.
Oh yeah, we got Motor City Machine Guns going to WWE. When are they debuting?
This week.
So by the time this drops, it'll be tomorrow.
So they're dropping vignettes, and like they're showing like, and the last one like this past SmackDown, like they just went by 6 days ago as we're recording this, but once it drops, like a little over a week ago, they're showing that. So they're doing the normal like Detroit stuff, like the Detroit Rock City, blah blah blah, and towards it they had like almost like Flames, MCMG, Motor City Machine Guns. And Nick also said on SmackDown to Legado Fantasma that he's got a tag team handpicked, so. And they're in Brooklyn, so. No, wait. Sorry, that's the 25th episode. This one, this Friday coming is, I forget where they're at on that one.
Well, let me ask you an important question. I think the most important question out of everything we're discussing here. Do they show up with the theme song?
No.
That kills me.
I want to. I really want them to, but I don't know. I think TNA might have the. Oh, well, speaking of TNA, we'll talk about that TNA in a second. Yeah. No, I want them to, but with Def Rebel.
Do they own that? That's what I was asking. Do they own it? Because they also used it over in New Japan, didn't they?
No, they had to copyright them.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, they don't have access to that. Damn it. Yeah, let's hop over to TNA Impact, and then we can wrap things up, Ethan. Bound for Glory. Yeah. We will be covering that alongside Halloween Havoc later on this week. Excuse me. Don't forget to keep an eye out for that. Those episodes dropping.
So, did we run down the card what we have so far?
Yeah, why not? Let's go through the card quickly.
Okay, hold on. So as we record this is on Thursday, TNA will be already done by this. So we have, I think, 5 matches made. I gotta make sure I get this right. I'm gonna go to our not Wikipedia this time. I'm gonna go to uh, cage match. My mind blanked. So right now we have Jordan Grace, August Miles Slimovic. The System, Brian Myers, Eddie Edwards defend TNA World titles against the Hardys and ABC. Ace Chris Bay. Moose takes on Mike Santana. PCO defends the International Heavyweight and Digital Media titles against Matt Cardona and Monsters Ball. And Nick Nimitz defends the World title against Joe Hendry.
That sounds like a tasty. Wouldn't it be wild if they decided that we're going to follow WWE's theme and keep the show shorter?
They have been. So TNA has you could get it on Thriller or TNA Plus or free streams if you want to save money, which I don't blame a lot of people. They go like 2.5, 3 hours. They don't go super long, which is nice.
Oh, that is nice. That is very convenient.
Rarely they go 3.5, but they stick to like 2:45, 3. Honestly,
how has Nick Nemeth's reign been going?
hasn't been too bad. I mean, he won it from Moose, and he beat. Actually, I'm gonna go with cage match again because I'm gonna tell you all his title runs so far. Give me 1 second. Okay, hold on. TNA. This is great audio. Come on. There we go. Oh yeah, Nick Nimitz. He's going to House of Glory against El Hijo Vikingo.
Word.
So Nick Nimitz, so he won it at Slammiversary in a failed 6 elimination match. Then he retained his successfully in a banger match on the Impact after Slammiversary. Then he went to a 30-minute time draw with Nick Nimitz. Josh Alexander on episode 1047. That was, what was the air? Oh my god, what was the air date on that? No, there we go. So that was aired on August 15th. Then at Emergence, they had a 60-minute Iron Man match. I like their 30-minute time draw a little better against Alexander, and then he beat Moose at Victory Road. So basically, he beat Moose once, Josh Alexander once, and tied with him, and Mustafa Ali. So his title runs actually haven't been too bad. So this is his 5th title defense against Joe Hendry Bound for it.
All right.
And he's trying to life feel with them. JBL doing the world tour, baby.
That's something that that just blows my mind still. Him going, what world? If Vinnie Mac was still in charge, I don't think we'd be experiencing what we're experiencing now.
Well, it's why people were like, JBL was like, but yeah, Vince would be like, oh, other promotions, that don't work for me, pal. Anyway, so JBL said he's under WWE contract, like Legends deal, but he's allowed to go on other promotions. It's super weird like that, but like the show, they had partnership with Mirror. Eos got with the Marigold. A lot of the XT guys, wrestlers in TNA. So Roka's there, and Wendy Chu's there right now. Rosemary, Team Peekaboo. Sorry, Sam likes to call them spooky bitches. I mean, Charlie Dempsey was there. I mean, he was in All Japan earlier this year. TV Head Heights, Josh Redford, and Pro Wrestling Noah. They're earlier in the summer for their N1 Victory Tournament. It's just great. We got the Forbidden Door. Shinsuke's going. Actually, I'm glad I brought that. So Shinsuke's going back to Pro Wrestling Noah in 2025.
Oh, I did see that. Yeah, he's going. What's the big event they do early in the year?
The new year.
Yeah, there we go.
That's what the show's called, by the way. I wasn't trying to be smart ass.
No, I know. I remember because I remember that from because didn't he wrestle?
He wrestled Muda last year.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I think Nakamura should go back to Japan. And
That's
a conversation in the future.
I've been screaming that since the nut shot heard around the world.
Nuts. Oh yeah, WrestleMania. But I like Nakamura, but he's not really doing much in WTV. I think he's doing the house shows, but that's pretty much it.
I think the biggest problem, and I think he said this in an interview a couple years ago, could be wrong. He relocated his whole family to the States, and it's a little difficult rather than him just going back and forth.
Yeah.
So, who knows? Maybe he prefer. And again, I think we've had this conversation before, where sometimes maybe that's where you want to be. I mean, he's not young anymore. I mean, he's been wrestling for over 20 years.
Yeah, 20, 25 years, something like that.
Is he as old or not, if not older than Tanahashi?
Let me look it up real quick.
Yeah, now I'm kind of curious because maybe he doesn't want to give up the ring and he just wants to continue.
Nakamura is 44.
And Tanahashi is how old?
Tanahashi is...
Oh, he's 47, so he's right around the corner.
A couple years old, yeah.
Yeah. So anyways, yeah, that being said, guys, this is us back. It's a good conversation. I want Scott back on here. We need to get Scottual, as my girlfriend would call him, back on the show.
What? Wait. What's the nickname for Scott?
When Ashley gets stern with Scott, she calls him Scottual, kind of like Samuel.
Uh-oh.
So, Ethan, before we get out of here, let everyone know where they can find you again.
I'm refused to call it X. I like Didex. Everybody calls it X. We're going to throw hands. Not sure. On Twitter, you can follow me on wrestling_fan_9. Again, really got to change that. You can follow me on pwmedia.com, bodyslam.net, pwpunters.com. You can catch my show Fridays and Sundays, as well as on here with good old Sam and Scott.
Yes, and you can find me, the SOB official, Scott as Scotty J Stream on X. You can find us Bedlam Media and Above the Ring on X, Instagram, Facebook. Find us on YouTube. Like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, leave a review. Tell people why Bedlam Media and Above the Ring is a podcast of your choosing, why they should listen to us as well. We're also on Spotify. We're also on Google Play. If there's one that you can't find us on, let us know. We'll put ourselves on there. Apple, that's another one. Also, I mentioned it last week, and hopefully it's up. Hopefully I actually recorded it. Uncle Stim's Static Kaleidoscope back. Dropped an episode this morning as well. Go to the Bedlam Media page and watch that. Guys, thank you so much for listening. We are out of time. And as always, do not forget to join the